So, hey everyone, it's Kelly. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be my January TBR. I hope you are having a great first day of the year, or that your year is off to a great start whenever you are watching this. 2022 is going to be a year of reading challenges for me. I am going to be doing so many reading challenges. There's there's 52 book club, where you read a book a month, not a book a month, a book a week, so it equals up to 52. Another one is around a year and 52 books, and both of these reading challenges have prompts. I'm going to be doing the Buzzword Readathon, hosted by Kayla from Books and Lala, and yeah, so I also want to make this year the year where I read mostly books off my shelves. It ain't not this month because I got 7 books from the library. Yeah, so, and I also have my classics challenge. I'm taking part in a 50 books in 5-year classics challenge hosted by the Classics Club, and I've already read 5 classics. This is going to annoy the hell out of me. Sorry. I've already read, I like my facial hair. Okay. I've already read 5, 6 of my 50. So, and I want to be starting the year off. 2020, I'm going to be starting this year off with a classic. I'm going to be reading Anna Karenina by Leo Tolstoy. I got this pretty edition, but with classics, I listen to the audiobooks. So I'm going to be reading along with this and listening to the audiobook. And yeah, I am just loving the gold gilded edges. But this was going to be my first read, or maybe I'll probably pick it up in the middle of the month because I just got done reading Fire and Blood by George R. R. Martin, and that was a big boy. So yes, I'm going to be reading this. Next one I got as a blog tour spot a couple years ago, and my copy never arrived, and so I could not do the review portion of my spot. So to make up for that, I'm going to be reading it finally, because my library had a copy, and it's Who Put the Song On by Morgan Parker, and it says, when the world says fit in, ask why. So this is about a girl who's trapped in sunny, stifling, small town suburbia. Morgan can't count the number of times she's been the only non-white person at the sleepover, been teased for her weird outfits, and been told she's not really black. Lately, Morgan feels the whole world is listening to the same terrible track on repeat, and it tells them how to feel, who to vote for, what to believe. Morgan starts to wonder, when can she turn this song off and start living for herself? This one is a book that I've read one of the author's works last year for the first time, and I'm going to be reading Mexican Gothic by Silvia Moreno Garcia. I liked Certain Dark Things, and one of the prompts in the Around the World in 52 Books challenge is to read a book that you read a previous work from, I guess. That's how I picture it. So I'm going to be picking this up, and my library had a book of the month copy. Okay, so it's about a girl. She gets a letter from her cousin saying, I'm in trouble, and the girl goes to her cousin, and then the girl says, oh, I was just making it up, I'm just fine. And then things start happening. I've heard that this is like very sick and disgusting. So the next one, I've watched a movie. I've seen Ben Affleck's thingy. So I'm going to be rewatching the movie after, but I've never read this book. And that is Gone Girl by Gillian Flynn. I've had this on my TBR since 2015. And then in December, I read The Goblin and Jenny by Helen Wecker. And I loved it. It was a 5-star read. I will talk more about that in my December wrap-up coming soon. I don't know what day, because I may procrastinate editing, and it may be in the middle of January that I put my December wrap-up up. I don't know. But I went ahead and requested the sequel or the finale to this duology. I don't know what it's going to be, but I requested this one, and I got it, and I can't wait to read it. It's... I think the Golem is going to be back in his palace, or he's going to find his palace, or he makes his own. I don't know, but the Goblin and Jenny is about a golem, a clay woman made for this man who was lonely, and he was on his way to New York when he brought her to life, and then he dies. And the golem goes into the city, and she has to figure out how to live on her own. And then the Jenny, he has been trapped in his flask for over 1,000 years, and he gets released by a tinsmith, and the tinsmith offers him room and board, gives him a workspace in his forge, and then the Goblin and the Jenny meet and become friends. And every character that the Goblin and the Jenny meet, you get their backstory, and I absolutely loved it. So I cannot wait to see what happens in this. And I just want Chava and Ahmad to get together. Can they do that? Probably not, but hey, that I'm shipping them. Another one that I'm going to be reading for around the year and 52 books, not around the world. It's Amari and the Night Brothers by B.B. Allison. This came out exactly a year ago, and it was one of my most anticipated reads of 2021. Did not read it. So, I'm reading this for the prompt 26 letters long, 24 letters long, something around there. And Amari and the Night Brothers is that many letters long. And I know that the sequel has come out or is coming out about a game. So, yeah, I'm going to be reading this. I don't know if I'm going to read it out loud to my kids because I have 2 other books, along with the one that I'm going to show you next, that I want to read out loud to them. And I read a max 2 books a month out loud because that's how I read for an hour every school day, depending on what they have to do. So, and it depends on how long the book is. So, I may just read this one by myself, and then let my kids read it on their own. But I'm excited. Last one I'm going to be reading. I need to read this like very quickly because I have the sequel. And I'm doing a blog tour spot on the sequel on January 8th. And this is one of the ones I want to read out loud. And that is Dragon Pearl by Yoon Lee. This is a Rick Riordan Presents. I think it is, it's Korean folklore. And it is about a girl who has a fox spirit. And it's like space something. I read the short story in the Cursed Carnivals and Other Calamities anthology that Rick Riordan and the Rick Riordan Presents authors did, and I really liked the Yoon Lee story about how she turns into a fox and there's like trouble in the space ship or something. And so, yeah. It's 305, a little over 300 pages, so this may take me a week and a half to read out loud because it depends on how like short chapters are. Also, I try to read about 50 pages in an hour out loud to my kids, so maybe this will take me a week and a half and I can get to some other ones that I have. Yeah. I also have some other books that I want to get to in January, but I'm not going to force myself. I have these books meet a prompt in every one of the challenges that I'm going to be doing for 2022. Yeah, so I know this meets one of the buzzword, one of the 5 W's: who, what, when, where, why, how. Not who, how, what, no, yeah. Who, what, when, where, why. So I think I'm all set. Yeah. Anyways, if you are going to be reading any of these books, or if you had read any of these books, let me know down in the comments. And yeah, thumbs up, subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.